What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Constance Carter. I'm having some issues on Facebook for some reason, but we're live. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Constance Carter, and I haven't been live in a minute, but I wanted to come on here and talk to you all. I have such an amazing young lady that I wanted to share with you. Um, had to get something straight real quick. But as you come in, I see we have people coming in, and as you come in, you know how I am. I like to talk to you. I like you to talk back to me, talk black to me. This is a dialogue and not a monologue. So as you come in, as you're joining me, what's up, Harlem Nights? Tell me, where you are watching from, because I know we have people that are watching from all over the world. We have people in California. We have people in Chicago. We got people in New York, across the pond in London, Jamaica. We have people that watch from all over the world. So I just want to see where you guys are watching me from. I see my cousin Shirley. What's up, Miss Shirley from Arkansas? Come on in, you guys. Make yourself at home. I see we got Harlem Nights from Arizona. I'm going to shout you out. Go ahead and put in where you're watching from so I can shout you out. Now, as you are coming in, I want to make sure that you subscribe to the Fly Nubian Queen. I want you to, this is in partnership with Dr. Boyce Watkins. I want you to make sure that you are subscribing to Constance Carter. Make sure you're following me on all my platforms, on Instagram at I am Constance Carter, on Facebook at I am Constance Carter, and on my YouTube, CC the CEO. Make sure you are subscribing. So what's up? Oh, I see somebody over there from SXM, which is St. Martin. I see Cassandra is from Tampa. What's happening? Beverly from LA. Beverly, you from Beverly Hills? What's happening? So you guys come on in and make yourself at home. I have a special guest on here today, and I just want to give you a little background information. So I am doing the Net 7 Collective. God has really blessed me. I was watching a video, and if you guys can find it on my page, I did a video at the end of the year or the beginning of the year, and I was talking about goal setting and manifestation. And it's so funny because I looked at it the other day, and it's so funny the way that things happen when you manifest. Everything that I'm doing right now are things that I planned, that I manifested, I wrote down, that I visualized, and now they are coming into fruition. So my goal and my passion has always been helping people. My purpose now is helping Black women to become millionaires. My passion is helping 100 this year in 2023. I want to help 100 Black women increase their net worth by $1 million. So I have what's called the Net 7 Collective, where I have a group of women that I coach, train, and mentor, and I'm giving them skills, and we are creating businesses. They've created businesses. They funded businesses. I'm showing them how to get passive income. I'm showing them how to be business owners. I'm showing them how to be investors. I'm doing all of this because my goal in closing the wealth gap is through Black women. I believe if you give a woman something, we're gonna multiply it, white, Black, or anything else. But if you give Black women financial IQ, she's going to change the whole generation. And so my goal is to help Black women to be able to increase their net worth by $1 million. And so I have this thing that I created called the Net 7 Collective. We are halfway through our first cohort, and our second cohort is starting at the end of August. And I've been interviewing people. So if this is something that you might be interested in, if you want to grow your net worth $1 million, I want to help you. And if this is something that you're interested in, go to my website, constancecarter.com/net7collective, or click on the Net 7 Collective and schedule an interview with me. I'll be interviewing a little bit tomorrow, and I'll open up my calendar for next week because I'm leaving town again. But that's my passion. I've built the largest Black-owned real estate firm in California. My passion is building people. My passion is building Black women. And if you are Black and you are a woman, now I got something to help everybody. I got something to help you men, Black men, white men, everybody else. It's called the gym membership, the gym club. But the Net 7 Collective specifically is for Black women. We have a unique journey that, and shared experiences that we have that I can speak to and that I want to help. And so, I guess here that I'm going to introduce. So I put out a scholarship because I really want to help one lady per cohort to be able to get into the program. Someone was so generous to donate the tuition for the Net 7 because they wanted to bless someone. And so I put out, a message to everyone saying, hey, if you've applied for the Net 7 Collective and you've tried to get financing and you weren't able to, and you have a need, just send me an email. Let me know what your need is. And we're going to look at it, and we're going to select someone to get the scholarship to be a part of the program. So I want to share with you, I want to introduce you to Miss Montia Level. Now, Let me tell you about Montia. Montia, I actually went to high school with Montia. Crazy enough. And let me just tell you this real quick. Let me just tell you this. Here's one of the things that I love, because in our cohorts, in the first cohort, there are 3 people in this cohort. Now, a lot of people follow me. I have 98,000 followers on Facebook. I got 30,000 followers on Instagram. And that's cool. A lot of the people that are in a part of the cohort, they don't know me. They just have seen me online. Three of the women in the first cohort are people that I personally know. And then I think 3 people that I've signed up for the second cohort are people that I personally know. This speaks volumes to me, because these people have seen my life up close and personal. They know now I'm not some Instagram person that's out there talking about a concept. They've seen my walk. They've seen my journey. They've seen the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs, the ebbs and the flows. And so they know. And for me, I love that there are people that I don't know that are part of this. But what's even more solidifying for me is that I have people who know me that said, you know what, I see what you've done. I see what you're doing. And I want you to teach me. So Montia, I actually went to high school with her. I haven't seen her since high school. I've seen her kind of on social media, but she wanted to be a part of the Net 7. So I want to introduce you to her, and I want to kind of just talk about her journey, because she has a very special and unique journey that really appealed to me. So, hey, lady.
Hello.
How you
How
doing,
you
mama?
doing?
I know this is not
Doing
like,
hanging in there, hanging in there.
to say something to you. I know you said, you was like, because when she shared her story with me, I said, "Oh my God, I had no idea." And he was like, "Well, I don't be like on putting my stuff on Facebook like that." And you know me, I put everything on Facebook.
Yeah, you do. You
Everything. So
do.
you know
I don't tell
everything
no. A
about
lot
me.
of my family members don't even know my whole journey, so that's just me.
Yeah. So
So
tell us a little bit about your story. Like, you told me, you had a couple of things that happened a few years ago. So just can you just share with us?
so so yeah, I was doing good. I was financially stable, and my mom got cancer. So
Mm,
that kind of took a change. So adjusted my life to take care of my mama. So for the last 5 years, I took care of my mom.
mm-hmm,
Lost her in November 2021. My mom was a foster mother, so she adopted 6 kids. See, I never talk. This is why I don't talk about it. I get emotional. So she adopted 6 kids, and out of one of her 6 kids, they have 4 siblings. And to keep their siblings together, I adopted 4 so that the siblings could stay together. So now that I lost my mom, I have 10 little kids from the age of 6 to 13, not including my own biological kids, which is 18 and 29. So now I got 12 kids
you were married
that I
also.
care for every day. Yes, I was also married, lost my husband the same year as my mom in December. So my mom was November 9th, my husband was December 15th. That's how close that was. Out of the blue,
And
he just had a heart attack.
so then
And we
you
were
were
married for
left.
20 years.
You were married for
Yep.
20 years.
Yep.
Wow. So you were married for 20 years.
Hmm.
You took care of your mom. You adjusted your life for your mom for 5 years.
Hmm.
She passed
Yep.
away in November, and you were trying to get through
Yep.
that. You and your husband, you said, okay, I'm going to take on
Yes.
her children. So now I have me and my husband, we're going to do this. We got 10 kids, and we're going to do this. And then the next
Yep.
month, suddenly he dies of a heart
He
attack.
dies. Yes.
Wow. So what have you been doing since?
So since then, trying to keep the kids stable, trying to get them acclimated to without my mom, which is hard for all of us. But also, my father has now been diagnosed with cancer, so I take care of him as well.
What do you
So
do for you? What do you do for yourself?
whenever I can, I get away. So I
Yeah.
get a break. My oldest one, she'll come and keep the kids so that I can get away.
Tell me,
So
how old are the kids again?
I try to do that. So I got twins that are 6 years old. I have she's 8 now. Her birthday just came. Another one that's 8. Then I have she met up. So there's 3 8-year-olds right now. Because they all meet up. It's like it's all because birthdays are coming. That's why normally I have it, but they've had birthdays, so now they kind of moved. So yeah, so it's like 3 8-year-olds, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, and 3 13-year-olds are the little ones.
And you are taking care of these 10 kids or 12 kids?
Well, that's my biological kids with those two, the 18 and the 29-year-old.
So you
But
have to 10 are
I
you've
have
adopted,
11 kids in my house every single day.
and you are really the only adult so you are taking care of this whole household.
Yes.
Now your father who has cancer,
Yes.
you're taking care of him as well.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. How are you doing it, Montia?
The grace of God.
Yeah.
I always say this is his journey, not my journey, because I did not have this plan for my life.
Yeah. What were you doing before this? What was your life like?
I was a hospitality manager. I was a hotel manager. I started in hotels since that's my first job, and I just loved it, and I stayed there. So I worked in hospitality for many years. And
Mm.
my last job, I was actually in California, and I came back home
And you're in Vegas now,
because
right?
my parents were, yeah, in Vegas.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask you, why did you want to join the Net Seven Collective? What about it appealed to you that you thought, okay, I got all these kids. First of all, how are you going to have
Because
time?
I want
And
to
what?
leave them with a legacy that they can build off of themselves. So that, I mean, they've all been traumatized, they've all been through different walks of life, so that they can have a stable life, and when they're old enough they can still be stable, to have something to grow off of. I can leave them a good foundation to grow off of from there, so they don't have to struggle. Because
Wow.
some of them have disabilities and things like that. So, just in case they have a hard time on their own, it'd be a nest egg for them to fall
Yeah.
back on.
Wow, that's beautiful. So what compelled you to want to join this program?
Watching you, I mean, I've watched you flourish over the years, and I just would love, first of all, to be able to be with other Black women and discuss stuff, because I'm stuck with kids all day. So, just to be in that friendship and that network, and to watch us all build and grow together, I
Yeah.
just would love that.
Yeah. That's that you know the best thing for me, I think, in seeing all of just sitting on the front row and just watching people as they bloom and develop is great. Like that right there is everything. If I could just watch people, and I've done that for so many years, even in building my business and building my agents and now building Black women, and just watching, like I went from like watching people go from, I really don't know what I want to do, to now not having an idea, having a business, having the business structured and funded in this short period of time is just crazy to me. This started out as something, it was an idea. I don't want to say an experiment because I've done this. So I just basically transferred what I've done in my real estate business to really helping Black women, because 90% of my agents were Black women. And so I helped to build them and build their businesses. And so taking that same those same tools and strategies to help build Black women. But for me, I feel like I'm the gatekeeper of the synergy and the culture. I feel like, my biggest job, because it's not just me talking to everybody else and me pouring in everybody else, it's everyone feeling empowered and inspired to pour into one another, and them feeling like it's okay. Like they don't got to worry about, there's things that I don't
Hmm.
know. You know what I mean? I know what I know. I know
Hmm.
how to make money and I know how to do certain things, but there's certain things that I don't know. And it's cool to have other people in
Hmm.
there that they might be experts in a certain area and they could jump in. Or I've seen other people give other people ideas about, you know what, you should really try. This happens every week. You should really try doing this business. And then like, so that brainstorming, and then having the accountability partners, like that is key. People are saying like, if it wasn't for
Yes.
my accountability partner, I wouldn't have been able to work through this. So it's all working. It's my big plan is working like I wanted it to, but that's all with, preparation, prayer, meditation, all of those things, because my heart is really, 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 really is to giving to people who look like me and who look like you. And so it's very exciting for me. And I like you, right? This girl, the cohort doesn't just end in the 12 weeks, because it's 12 weeks. It's not just ending, it's a lifelong journey that I'm going to be with
Hmm.
you throughout. I'm personally invested. And so I cannot wait to see, we're going to go back and we're going to run this tape and we're going to see where you are today. And then we're going to see where you are, whenever that happens, whenever that breakthrough happens. And I'm excited to be a part of it. So thank you for choosing me. Thank you for choosing this program to want to be a part of, because I know that you have so much to give and to share, with the other ladies. And
Thank
that's
you
what I'm
for
excited about it. I'm excited about it.
thank you for allowing me to be on this journey.
Yeah. You know what's funny? So, I got a bunch of entries for the scholarship. I got a bunch of entries. And so I, read yours, we looked at it and we decided we selected you. And after I contacted you, I even got another email from somebody saying, I want to nominate Monty. I said, thank you. I don't know who it was. Was it your daughter? Somebody else sent me an email nominating you. I said, thank you so much. We already selected her. Who
It
was
was my daughter, most likely, because she sent it late. She was supposed to do it for me, and she
Oh,
didn't.
okay. Okay. I love it. I was like, thank you so much, but we've already selected her, so I appreciate it. So how did you feel when I called you yesterday?
I was so excited. I called my dad. I called one of my cousins. I was in here doing a little dance. The kids was laughing.
I promise you, Matia, it's going to be worth it. And like I said, I'm personally invested. So I look forward to seeing you grow. And, everybody has their stories and their issues and your hardship is going to be somebody else's blueprint to help them to be able to get through. It takes an insurmountable amount of strength to be able to endure what you've endured and still be like, you know what, getting up every day, taking care of 11 kids in your household and do it day after day, knowing you've had all these losses and all of these tragedies. I know that there's times where you probably just don't even want to get up out of the bed. You ever have
Oh
those
yeah.
moments? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
Hmm.
and you said some of the kids have special needs.
Yeah, I got one has epilepsy, one has ADHD and ODD. So there's,
Yeah.
you know,
Wow.
you
Yeah.
just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm super proud of you. And you got a lot of comments out here. People are saying, congratulations and stay strong. And um oh, Faye says, I met her. I was in St. Martin. This is someone I met in St. Martin. I met her in St. Martin 2 years ago. I was she was my personal concierge. She was a powerhouse. I've been following her ever since. Good energy. She's the boom, like we say in the Caribbean. Thank you, Faye. Exquisite Women Global. She's actually going to be one of your counterparts in the cohort. She said, congratulations, Queen. Christy said, wowzers, stay strong. Divine said, wow, that's a lot. My heart goes out. Harlem Knight said, sorry to hear. But at the end of the day, you are going to be able to help so many people with your testimony because they're going to look to you and see the strength that you've had and what you've been able to endure and that you were able to get up. Like people lose people every day and it doesn't make that landing any softer. But how many people lose two people within a month of each other, their mom, their husband, and then acquire 10 children? That's huge. And for you to be getting up every day and keep forging through that, you deserve every bit of what you are getting ready to receive. And I'm excited to be here with you for sure.
Thank you.
I'm excited because
Can't wait.
I haven't seen you since 1993, 92, 94. Like when was the last
Yeah,
time we seen you?
the last time we seen each other was Juneteenth. Actually, we was at a Juneteenth. You was working at HP. It was me,
Oh
you,
Lord.
Lonnie. It was long
Oh my
time
God.
ago.
My cousin Lonnie passed away in
Yeah.
2016. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I was with Lonnie when she died. Um, yeah, that was we would sit me and Lonnie, we were sitting, me, Lonnie, and my cousin Aridice, we were sitting on the couch and we was just chopping it up. We was talking and she just died.
So I was mad at her, right? Because she never told me.
That she had cancer.
Yep, she never. I talked to her all the time. She never told me.
She didn't tell you that she had cancer. I thought, really?
Nope, I didn't know.
I thought she posted it on Facebook. Did she post it on
I
Facebook?
didn't see it. I didn't know. No, I did not know. When I told
Let
Tina,
me
I was like, I could just kick her butt because I would have came. I was only a few hours away, but she never told me that.
right.
We just laughed, talk. I never knew why she never showed up when she was supposed to come visit, but now I understood why
Let me tell you how she told
afterward.
me. She said, "Hey, cousin, call me," and I was like, "Okay." And then it took me a minute, and she goes, um, I got cancer and they gave me 2 years. And I was sitting there stuck. I didn't even respond. Then she was like, shit is fucked up, huh? I was like,
That's
yeah.
her though.
So what ended up happening is my cousin, our cousin Arissy was out there, and I said, "Hey, when she gets bad, call me, and I'm gonna go out there and visit her." And so, at that point, I thought she had 2 years, but she was in the hospital. So, my cousin called me. She was like, "I think you need to come out there," because she was in the hospital. So I was like, "Okay." So I call her phone, but I'm thinking it's her daughter, but it was her. And I was like, "Hey, can you tell Lonnie I'm getting ready to come out there?" And she was like, "This is Lonnie." And so anyway, the chick left the hospital because she was so excited that I was coming. She left. She leaves the hospital, right? So she was like, "I want to go home. My cousin's coming." So I go to her house. And we was supposed to like barbecue. Now it's Arizona. It's 100 degrees outside. And so she wanted me to cook. I don't cook. I'm real nervous because she had just got done talking shit about somebody else and they salty cooking. So I was like, oh Lord, I don't cook like that. And I was like, okay, well, what you want? And she was like, okay, I want some fried chicken, some corn, and some mashed potatoes. So I made her her last meal. And her brother Johnny, here's what's crazy. So I got out there Friday. Her brother Johnny came out there on Friday. He gets arrested for some warrant, right? He had some warrant. They arrest him. So it's Sunday by this time. I'm going home Monday. It's Sunday. And we cooked for all of a sudden, Johnny gets out of jail. Who gets out of jail on a Sunday? Right?
Nobody.
Nobody. They let him out on Sunday. It was crazy. This was God, right? So everybody in her life that she loved, like her kids was there, me, Aridice, her dad was there, her brother was there, her husband was there. We're all there. And we just sitting down chopping it up. I just got done cooking dinner, and we're talking about marijuana, no less. I think I was just getting into the dispensary. I think I was talking about the dispensary, and she was talking about no. But we were talking about weed, and I was talking about me wanting to invest in cannabis or whatever. So she was telling me about that, and then all of a sudden, she just like in mid sentence passed out. My cousin was in the middle. She was on that side, and so she just passed out, and our cousin like tried to get her, and that was it. She was gone in mid sentence. And that was crazy. But you guys were really super close. That's crazy. I didn't even know that she didn't tell you this yet.
We went through the trenches.
That's crazy.
My dad brings that up all the time. He always laughs. He goes, yeah. I thought Lonnie was a bad influence on you, and I see her mom used to say that about me, about her.
I didn't. When I got out there, I had thought she had 2 years, and so she told me I really got 2 months. And I was like, she said when she left the hospital, they told her you really have 2 months now at this point. And I was just like, wow. So I knew, when I was sitting down talking to her, I was like, this is probably going to be the last time I see her alive. Didn't know she was going to be dead within the next hour, but it was crazy. But I'm so thankful to God that I got to be there with her, and spend her last moments and just share some really meaningful things with her. Before she passed away, but she was only 39 years old. You know what was a crazy thing though? You know what I thought was crazy? So at her funeral, she died of lung cancer. And I don't know her friends, but everybody was up in the parking lot was smoking cigarettes. And I was like, the girl just died of lung cancer. Y'all up at the church parking lot smoking cigarettes.
And y'all still smoking.
Y'all still smoking. Like, I don't get this. But anyway, rest in peace. That was my baby. That was my little cousin, one-legged Lonnie. We used to call her one-legged Lonnie.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's crazy. So the last time we seen each other, I don't even know how we digressed, but the last time we seen each other was I was working at HP. So I was working at HP in like 98. Was that even the year 2000 yet? 99?
Nope, we wasn't. I don't think we was in 2000. Yeah,
98, 99, because my daughter wasn't even born.
Somewhere up in there, yeah.
That's at the Juneteenth, San Jose.
The Juneteenth.
So that was over 20 years ago. Wow. My memory is horrible, but that is crazy. So now the good news is we get to spend some time together coming up. So the next cohort starts in August, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We already. Oh, you haven't gotten all your stuff yet, so you'll be getting an email, an introduction email. And so there's some things that you're going to need to do starting off. So before we get started, there's going to be some assignments that you have and some assessments that you're going to take, because
Okay.
what happens is we go through the 12 weeks, and at the end, we're going to do a strengths assessment. You're going to do some other assessments and questionnaires and surveys and all this stuff, because I need to get all up in your business, because my goal is to help
Okay.
you build your net worth. So I need to know everything, because at the end of the program, we're going to sit down. You and I are going to do a one-on-one strategy session, and we're going to develop your wealth plan, your wealth map. And what that is a instructional guide. It is going to be a a, a hard copy and an electronic copy you are going to get, that's going to give you the step by step based upon your strengths, based upon your purpose, your passion, your desire, your goals. We're going to edge out a plan, a wealth map that's going to take you through. And so there's not going to be any doubt of you being able to get there, as long as, number one, you know how to follow instructions and you're committed and you're taking action. So that's what it is. Somebody
I'm
said,
ready.
Tia, you are doing a fantastic job. God will undoubtedly bring you help and support in various forms. God keep blessing. Yeah. Um, Face it, I take my hat off for your guest, Constance. God is going to bless her abundantly. Yeah, kids are a real blessing, but to manage all 12 is a real blessing and a challenge. Absolutely. So anyway,
Yes, it is.
girl,
And personality.
and they personalities. That's crazy. But
It's
kudos.
9 girls and 1 boy.
You got all that estrogen in the house?
Hmm.
Lord, why only one boy?
He's actually my nephew, but yeah, has 1 boy, and he's a twin of a girl. So
9 girls and one boy. That's a lot. All right, darling. So we're gonna get off of this broadcast. We've been on here long enough, but thank you for sharing your journey. Thank you for sharing your story. I appreciate it, and I'm sure you're gonna inspire millions with your story. So thank you. All right,
thank you.
guys, for tuning in.